Hello and welcome to Mzansi Stories Recap. I am back yet again reviewing one of your Mzansi favorites soapies, and in this video we are reviewing Umkhokha the Curse. I honestly did not see this coming. I did not see it coming. A lot has been happening on umkhokha, especially with ukabsile. Like, it has just been a lot for ugabi gabi. My heart goes out for ukabsile, honestly. So Ukabsile has recently found out that she's pregnant, and she did communicated no Lwazi. But listen, Lwazi, I'm pregnant. Lwazi, honestly, I mean, I understand that he's a teenager himself, but honestly, he did sound like someone who's happy, someone who's looking forward to become a father. And he was just like, our parents at one point, they will forgive us. We're going to move on with life, and things are going to look up for us. That's Lwazi giving Ukabsile the pep talk that it will come together. They don't have to worry about anything. Things will work out. Things, they always work themselves out at the end of the day. Fine. Now, Kapsile's news being pregnant is out. Kapsile has told Umam Zobe. Now the news is out, okay, and then uMaximba had a talk with Ulwazi. Maximba is Lwazi's mom, and told Lwazi that, listen, Lwazi, one thing that you will need to do is to deny this pregnancy, okay? I don't want anything to do with Umam Zobe. I don't want Umam Zobe to be anything of me, to be my friend or anything of that nature. I want absolutely nothing to do with Umam Zobe. So what's going to help you right now is to make sure that you deny the pregnancy. So Ukabsile knew nothing of this because they're always talking on the phone, her and Lwazi. And Lwazi is just a young promising boy who says, you know what, Kapsile, maybe one day, someday, we'll get married or raise our child together. Things will work out for the best. So Kapsile is hopeful like that. Fine, comes the day to report the pregnancy. So now Umam Zobe asked Umazungu to go and report Kapsile's pregnancy. Fine, when they got there, I think Masungu was doing more of the talking to say, listen, we are here to report a Kapsile's pregnancy. Kapsile claims that she has been pregnanted by Ulwazi Walaikaya. Hi sana, now Ulwazi has to be asked ukuthi Ulwazi uyamazi na le ntombazane. Sana, let me tell you, Ulwazi is sitting there looking like inkukhu enethile. You all, do you nyazi inkukhu enethile? Lwazi is exactly like that right now. He of course denies that he knows Ukabsile, and it shocks everyone in the room. What do you all mean? Lwazi says that of course, he does know Kapsile because they go to the same school and all that, but he doesn't know Ukabsile like that. He doesn't know Ukabsile like that. They've never been close like that. They were close at some point, but they never did the deeds. They never did the deeds that results to someone being pregnant. Ukabsile shocked Ukabsile ukuthi hayibo sana, what is this, okay? Ukabsile is like, hayibo welwazi, like uthini ke ngoku, what are you trying to say right now, okay? Well, before Ukabsile can even talk, uMaximba, which is Lwazi's mom, is like, lalela Kapsile, this is not your chance to speak right now, it's Lwazi's chance. We're therefore gonna give you your own chance to say whatever you want to say, but right now let's Lwazi talk. The disappointment in Kapsile's eyes, I can only imagine. Baby girl looks so disappointed. Umam Zobe was angry, engaged, angry. The anger that was flowing through Mam Zobe's body, it was something else, and this just takes her back down to memory lane. So it happens that back in the past, back in the past, Mam Zobe was actually done the same thing by Umvelase, who goes by the name of Kwazi. Funny enough, umfana ogila ugabisile ulwazi umfana owagila uma mzobe ukwazi ikesini mabese abafana bayagilana. Please do not underestimate that statement. Abafana bayagilana. So it happens that Umamzobe herself, this is the younger Mamzobe, she was pregnant by Umvelase, which that child resulted being Umlungisi. And then when Umamzobe back in the days went to report the pregnancy, of course Gwazi denied the pregnancy. He says that yes, he does know Mamzobe just because they are from the same village and all, but never had any romantic relationship with Umamzobe that could result in Umamzobe being pregnant. Okay, so of course, being denied like that, it kind of embarrasses you. It embarrasses your self-esteem and everything, and it kills you. And the storyline itself is a very, very painful storyline. Very painful storyline. To be denied like that in front of everybody, and someone just says, "No, I don't know you. I've never impregnated you." It's something that scars you for the rest of your life. It's something that you just really never heal from it, because worse when there is a child that now you have to raise, you never really heal from the fact that now you have to raise this child. You don't heal from that. You don't heal. It's something that it's loved and it has scarred you deeply. You are left with a huge scar that you just have to pick yourself, carry on, raise their child, be by yourself. So I can only understand and say it's totally understandable that Umamzobe turned out the way that she turned out. We all know how Umamzobe turned out, okay? And right now, in my opinion, I feel like it's understandable. I mean, it's no joke what she went through. Where's Umvelase end up taking Umlungisi's life? Like, it's not enough that Umvelase humiliated the younger Mamzobe. Mamzobe from that day, she just was never the same, right? Understandably so. Now, in adults, still, Umvelase was just denying Mamzobe in any involvement that he ever had with Mamzobe, and also never even apologized. I feel like when they were older, much older, because they were still in context, Mamzobe was in his church and all that. I feel like Velase could have just reached out to Mamzobe and say, "Listen, I was young, I was a boy, I was afraid of my parents," whatever excuse that he can come up with, and be like, "I'm really sorry that I did you dirty." But Velase never apologized to Mamzobe, and somehow Mamzobe was portrayed as a villain, which honestly it's something that is just not the greatest. Okay, so now, funny enough, the very, very, very same thing, this is a history repeating itself now through Ukabsile. And let me tell you, Umamzobe just lost herself. She lost herself. She stood up right there and then and grab ulwazi ukuthi lalela ke welwazi ekabani lengane ocabanga ukuthi uzodlala ngayo. Ucabanga ukuthi nje wena uzodlala ngogabisile umbuye ekhala muqeda umphike lalela. That will never, not in a million years, happened, okay, my boy. Not when I'm still alive. I'm like, yes, when I'm Mamzobe, stand up or stood up for your child, Ukabsile. I mean, it's a very, very, very painful, especially because Ukabsile is just a teenager. For her to be going through such one of the most painful moments in a woman's life is just being denied. It's when a guy who impregnated you is like publicly denying you in front of everybody and just say, "Lalel, andikwazi, and I cannot be part of your life right now." It's one of the most painful thing to just ever go through as a young woman or as a woman, period. Uma Ncimbala interferes and say, "Mamzobe, uzoyiyeka ingane yami, uzoyiyeka ingane yami." Kuyacaca ukuthi ingane yakho ibiseqa mgwaqo. So now you want to pin this pregnancy on my child? No, ma'am. Funny enough, Nkosi yami, ulwazi ngathi inkukhu enethiwe. When I say ulwazi ngathi inkukhu enethiwe, I mean ulwazi ngathi inkukhu enethiwe. Baby boy does not speak up for himself, does not say anything whatsoever. other than just leaving ukapsile heartbroken. Ish, guys, like honestly, I truly, truly, truly sympathize with Ukabi girl. Ukabi G, Ukabi G was done dirty, and she just does not deserve it at all. She does not deserve it. Anyway, we look to another storyline of umkhokha, whereby umalume what is his name, zenzise or zenzile or sebenzile. It's just having difficult time with his wife right now. We know that his wife is Ntombi, who happens to be Mamzobe's a helper. So now that they are staying in Demvelase household, it's very tricky because Umanzimande feels like Ntombi cannot work for Umamzobe, because Manzimande and Mamzobe have a history together. So it's just like, listen, you stay away from that woman, okay? I don't want you even 10 feet next to that woman, okay? And Untombi, she have 3 kids, that she got married with them. She had them prior her marriage. So now she feels like, what's then gonna happen? Because my husband is unemployed, and I have to work for my 3 kids, you get. And her husband also kind of just says, Lalela, listen, quit your job, I'm a man, I will provide for you. Ooh, sana. And Dombi goes to Mamzobe and tries to express that at the end of the day she just has to be a submissive wife and quit her job because her husband has asked her to. Mamzobe just like, lalela wentombi, unesikhathi nje sokudlala, unesikhathi sokuhlekisa, awuyindawo wena, you're not going to quit your job, more especially because your husband is unemployed. How are you going to support your 3 kids? Untombi tries to explain this to her husband, but listen, I'm not going to be able to quit my job because Mamsobe still needs me here, and Mamsobe just insisted that I get my job. Bantla, Ntombi's husband is not understanding at all, not understanding at all. I feel like it's just really quite unfair what they're doing to Untombi. Untombi definitely does not deserve this, and obviously it was instigated by Umantimande, and now the husband is going to even be more pushy in terms of Ntombi needs to quit a job. But Ntombi have kids, how are Ntombi's kids going to survive, make a living, whilst Untombi must be unemployed. Ahlale nje kumention yangwamvelase, like it makes no sense whatsoever. But I guess he will, rather Ntombi, she will have to choose now. Does she choose her husband, or does she choose Umamzobe? It's between the two, which I don't think is gonna be the nicest, but at some point she will just have to be like, okay, who do I choose? Do I choose Mamzobe or do I choose my husband? And it's just unfair, I feel like Ntombi is just being deprived, and I don't really want to dwell so much in her storyline because it's one of those that just makes me sad. You cannot deprive a woman one of the rights of being human, which is to work and provide for yourself. Now things are just so hectic in the Mamzobe's household is the one, bro. Like it's so hectic right now. Everything is just, I'm like, when did we get here? When did we get here? Because at this point I don't think anything makes sense. It doesn't even make sense for me. I'm just like, bro, when, how did we even get here? So Difa does receive the news that they actually did went there to confront who do you call this person, to confront Lwazi, and Lwazi obviously denied the pregnancy. He says that he knows absolutely nothing about the pregnancy. Difa is defeated, to hear that not only there is a shame of her daughter being pregnant, now there is a shame of the father who's not going to take responsibility of her daughter's pregnancy. Fine, Ustofia tries to be a good father, honestly. Ustofia tries to confront his son to say, listen, my son, being a man needs you must means you must own up, you must say truth, you must always and forever and every day talk nothing but the truth. Know that the truth is one thing that will save you from yourself and from anything that you may need, or rather that you may think it needs saving, as just being truthful and tell the truth all the time. Again, Lwazi insists that he is telling the truth and he was telling the truth. He is not the one that impregnated uKabsile. Yes, he does agree that they were in a sort of a relationship, no Kabsile, but they have never crossed that line, the line of actually mating. Whilst Ulwazi is talking to his father, uMaximba is actually eardropping on their conversation and hearing almost everything, and this just makes her proud to understand that her son understood the assignment, and the assignment was denied, 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 denied. Fine. uMaximba also went to the length, uMaximba also went to the length of actually looking for Lwazi's new bride or wife. These people are teenagers. They are probably 17, if not 18. They just finished high school and now they're going to be married to, like they are just already arranging Lwazi's marriage at the age of 18. How crazy that is. So Matimba went and met up with a new family, and she does say that she has always and forever loved their daughter and feels like they raised their daughter right better than uGabi. Gabi nje, ulokuyena nje ongazithandi, ongazihloniphi, and they are just very much, this is Matimba meeting up with the family. She is very much happy, pleased the fact that they raised a well-behaved daughter, and Yena as uMaximba will definitely love to propose for them to have some sort of a relationship as a family, for the family to reunite and become one family. I'm like, guys, angimazi umuntu okhohlakele kanje emhlabeni kaGod, like angimazi. But anyway, Umam Zobe also is determined to, you know what, no one messes with Mam Zobe and get away with it. So Umam Zobe is just like, lalela, uMaximba ngizomgeza. So Umam Zobe also shares her past with uKabsile to say, Gabi, lalela mntanam, what is happening to you happened to me as well, and it's not nice. It's not the nicest thing to ever happen to any woman, which I absolutely agree with Umam Zobe. It's one of the most painful things to ever happen to any woman out there, right? But then Mam Zobe says, listen, when it happened to me, I didn't have a mother then. I had to be on my own. I have to figure out things on my own, how I maneuver things. But now the good thing is that you have a mother. Okay, that changes almost everything. I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna fight for you. We're just gonna be fine. uKabsile is just as confused, saying, Ma, I don't understand what happened. I swear Lwazi was just, what he said is not what he was saying to me on the phone, Fine. And then it happens that Umam Zobe will hear that uMaximba is actually preparing for his son to get married to another girl. So Umam Zobe is actually gonna pack everything that belongs to uKabsile, amthathe uGabi G, amuthi G lapha kwaXimba, and says, lalela yinike, you all need to understand ukuthi ngizonipha uGabsile ukuthi ebe umakoti wenu. Akudingekile ngisho nalobola, akudingekile lutho. All you just have to understand ukuthi uGabsile yena uzohlala nani la yikhaya. This is just going to cause so many conflicts, because maybe the other family may not want their daughter to be involved in such so much scandalous. But I'm hoping with Mam Zobe doing so, this will give uGabsile and Ulwazi a chance to talk and understand what else went on. Guys, when I say uyashisa umkhokha, the curse uti be. Anyway, that was just the end of our review. This is where we end the review. I will be back on The next one, when of course I am bringing you more reviews. Till then, please do stay blessed. And I love you so much. Please do make sure that you tune in the channel as umkhokha. We will be unfolding it as it gets hotter and hotter.